Good evening! We're live with some Rocket League playoff action. I forgot to tell my casters, Laban and Boss, that we were going live. So I said,
Yeah, you did.
as the God-given authority in RSC 2s, I'll just get to intro you all. And I'm gonna hand it off to now our actual two professional casters, Boss and Laban, and I will be quiet and hide behind the screen for the rest of the night. So hope everyone has a good playoff match day one night.
Okay, Vigil, shoot.
Look,
It's our turn.
look, Broski, I thought that was a fantastic intro. I'm not gonna lie, I did not think we were going live that fast. I was putting up Rocket League in the background, getting ready for what's shaping up to be some exciting RSC 2's playoff action. On the desk with me tonight, I've got Laban here. Laban, how are you doing tonight?
Doing fan freaking tastic, man. I mean, we're about to get in some playoff Rocket League. You can't be doing any better.
For sure, for sure. And getting into it, we're gonna be looking at Ominous versus I'm gonna butcher the heck out of this. Musou Hitotachi, which I'm 100% certain I butchered. But this is a premier matchup, first round of the playoffs. We don't know what the second matchup's going to be yet because, obviously it's not quite decided yet. We've got a lot of action currently going on outside of the stream. So let's talk a little bit about these teams. Ominous on paper looking like the top dog, 26-6, but I mean, Laban, come on. That 21-9 record sitting across is no slouch whatsoever.
Listen, man, 3 games different. Wait. Okay, I'm kind of confused. How is there a 3-game different? Didn't everyone play the same matches? Anyway, 3-game difference in the losses sector. I mean, 21-9, 26-6. What's the real difference there? For me, it means nothing in this best of 5 series. Playoffs is a completely different beast. You got an actual series versus 3-set matches. I'm excited. I know this is going to be a great series. Both teams playing fantastic. Low goals against for both of them. 86 for the one that I can't pronounce. 76 I can't read for some reason. 78 for Ominous. I mean, this is going to be a fun game to watch.
For sure, for sure. And speaking of things to watch tonight, let's talk about our players a little bit. Obviously I believe it's the Ominous side, we've got Anti here. Anti has been killing it all season. Oop. There we go. Anti killing for Ominous. 221 shots out of 32 games. Insane. I mean, that's almost what? That's six point whatever shots a game. 96 goals. I mean, if you're going to be stopping anybody on the field, you're going to have to look at Anti and say, hey, how do we slow this guy down and potentially steal some games?
Yeah, I mean, you got Anti on the Ominous side, but then we have North on the other side. I mean, you can't disagree that he's been having a great series season either. 73 goals, 30 assists, 177 shots, both putting up about the same shooting percentage. So I mean, you got both your two superstar goal scorers on both teams, both shooting pretty well, getting some nice assists for both their teams as well. It's gonna be interesting to see those two go head to head.
For sure, for sure. And, with everybody excited about potential playoff action here, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's get into some solid RSC2's premier action. Let the teams. Oh, we're all good. We'll let the teams know we're getting ready. I'm guessing we're going to see Anti and Coop versus Likewise and North. We got Anti and Coop on the Ominous side. Likewise and...
North, yep,
Yep,
you were right.
likewise in North. Obvious, starting lineups here. Everybody taking this matchup super seriously. And with game one ready to go, likewise, Coop likely getting the kickoff here.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Likewise gets a nice little kickoff to their corner, but Anti's able to collect, just taking it, getting a nice air dribble downfield, and a 50 for Coop to possibly follow up.
What a great pop, getting it out there wide. Likewise is going to be able to win that 50. Anti, though, gets control as Coop gets the bump, so that's going to stall any offensive opportunity for Musou. Gets the touch here. Coop's going to be able to split the 50. That goes off the backboard. Coop can't get the bump on North, so North's going to be able to pop this up and go for the second touch. The control is there, but so is Coop. This is off the backboard. Putting it away. Ante gets the clear. And with 45 seconds gone, Laban, this ball has not really left the ominous side. Oh.
It hasn't, other than their one little chance to attack. But even then, this team name that I still cannot pronounce has just been clearing any pressure away from them, keeping that pressure on as North goes up, gets a touch. He's going to try and follow, but Coop is up, taking that ball away, getting it on the sidewall, popping up once again. Tries to get one over to Ante, but unable to. Ante with the big demo in that corner, though. Plus, staying on that ball, possibly shot on net, but North does get the clear.
Ante able to stop that shot opportunity. Can't get the pop over likewise. He's still there. North's got control. Looking to put it into the corner. Ante recovered quickly. Going to follow. Likewise gets the pop over one. Already up in the air, putting it off the backboard. Ooh! It would have been high, but Coop still challenged it nonetheless. Ante going up for the backboard double touch. North gets it over. Likewise has an open net opportunity. And we're going to see the first goal here for Hitotachi. What a great clear from North, Laban. That was fantastic.
It really was, you know, and then on top of it, staying behind that ball, getting that one touch over the defender, able to allow Likewise to just come in, clean that goal up. And I mean, we got ourselves a game. We've had ourselves a game. We're 2 minutes in. Great Rocket League coming from both teams. Both are able to keep pressure, but get pressure away for the most part. So this has been a pretty balanced game. Just a couple of mistakes here and there. One of them leading to a goal, but other than that, it's been really solid from both teams.
Well, and I've definitely seen it so far in this game where, you know, Ominous has really been trying to play the control game. They're trying to slow down the pace, maybe go for a few extra touches, a little bit of a couple air carries from Ante so far, but it's just not working well as Musou just keeps attacking the development before it can actually get its footing. So I think if they're going to steal this series and move on from, on paper, what should be a better team, Musou just needs to keep it up and keep playing aggressive because it's paying off all the way through and through.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, just pressure, just keeping it up. I mean, not just that, but, you know, looking back at these numbers, we see, oh, big demo with the air dribble. Oh my gosh, what a shot from Ante, tying that game up. Just as I was about to talk about the defensive stats for both these teams, Ante brings out the air dribble bump to tie this game up 1-1 with 2 minutes 10 seconds left.
Oh, for sure. And you know, once the series ends, if this goes in Ominous's favor, you might be able to look at that goal and say, hey, that might be the morale boost. Hey, we're actually the better team. Let's go ahead and get this series going. Ante's going to be able to follow. Takes this off the wall patiently. Goes for the second touch, but North is there for the bump. Coop's going to be able to put this off the backboard. But, oh, the double commit. North has a chance to extend the play. Giving it to Likewise. This is going to go high. Coop clears it off to the side. Likewise is there. Gets the second touch to put it off backboard, but Ante's there with the read. Gets the proverbial bounce. Laban with 1:30. The game's tied up. I think Kwon did a really good job fighting this matchup.
Yeah, he most certainly did. I mean, he told us beforehand that this was going to be a great matchup for us to cast, and he has not been wrong about that whatsoever. I mean, we're 1-1 minute left in this game, possibly 2-1, and it is Ante again with that goal. You know, it's really setting the pace for this Ominous team. They said, we saw y'all got the first goal, but the first goal doesn't matter in the end. What matters is what comes after it, and Ante is really living up to that.
For sure, Ante really looking for that 100th goal on the season. You know, they've already got 96. And yeah, these are technically playoff stats and don't exactly count to the regular season totals, but, you know, it's got to be in the back of his mind, hey, if I get 4 more in this series, I'm at 100. Solid season all around. No worries.
I mean...
Oop. My bad.
Anyway, we do got Likewise going off the sidewall, getting a great touch. Goes for a fake on Coop, does get it. Goes for a bump on top of it. Ante with a weird clear goes right to North. North has a chance to tie this game. It's going to hit bar down and out. Oh no, that was their chance. But they're still on this ball. They have not relinquished any of this pressure as this Ominous team is a little panicky, it seems.
No, but you're right. That could have been potentially their best opportunity. North putting it just a little too high. Crossbar definitely being Ominous's friend here. But with only 15 seconds, they do have control of the ball. The bump on North is going to take away the immediate chance. North splits to 50. Likewise is up, gets the touch. North can't get the touch, but it's centered for Likewise, who ties it up. We are going to be seeing overtime. Holy cow.
Hey, don't say that we're seeing overtime just yet. There's still 3 seconds on the clock. That's plenty to do off of kickoff. Who knows? Kickoff goes to the corner, possibly airplay, or just a straight kickoff goal. I mean, we'll see right here. But
Laban,
what
that was a rough blunder though for Ominous. I mean, if they would have let that just stay on the side, I mean, it would be game over already. We wouldn't be seeing an OT. But that trying to get it across the center has put them in an awkward spot where they've kind of opened the door again for Hitotachi.
Not just open the door, but like the pressure, the confidence in both teams has drastically shifted. This Hitotachi team now has all the confidence in the world to come out here and win this game in a game that they otherwise should have lost.
Coop gets the touch, drops it down. North is there to apply pressure. Ante wins the 50. They're going to let this bounce so they can take the half volley and send it deep into Hitotachi territory. Likewise drops it for North. North takes the pop, tries to get over Coop. Can't quite get the touch, but Likewise is there to put it up backboard. Double touch opportunity, and we see the close of the door. Hitotachi getting that OT chance, goes ahead and says, we're going to capitalize and steal game one on this series.
Yeah, I mean, you went back to saying Ante's first goal, game-tying goal, could possibly change the momentum of that game. Say, we're here, it's our time to win, that motivation boost. Meanwhile, then they proceed to make that blunder up 2-1, bringing that across net. Then it's time for Hitotachi's time. It's their turn to have the momentum. They just got a goal to tie the game up with 3 seconds left, and they brought that pressure right into overtime, putting them up 3-2 and winning that game up 1-0 in the series.
For sure. And, Hitotachi played the offensive, powerhouse for the entire or for the entire game, I should say. We're only in game one of the series. 7 shots coming from Likewise, 5 shots coming from North. That is, even though it's twos, that's still a lot. They're keeping a very solid amount of pressure applied all the way through, and it's cutting off the circulation of Ominous's rotations. It's immaculate.
It really is, especially against a team that, has 145 saves, absolutely been dominating the defensive end, making sure that these goals aren't going to their net. 78 goals allowed, 145 saves. I mean, just the fact that they were able to break that wall that they have to allow themselves to win that game is absolutely crazy. And I'm really excited to see if they're able to carry that over into game number 2.
Well, and it really matters, every game in this series is super important. Like we talked about, this is round 1 of the playoffs. So, a big blunder here and a big blunder there, suddenly, boom, you're out of the playoffs. Your chances at a championship are gone, and it doesn't matter that you were such an incredible winning team with single-digit losses. That's going to be forgotten before the beginning of next season. So we'll see which team really steps up to the plate coming into game 2. Likewise has control, gets it over 1, gets the bump on Ante, gets another bump. Oh, but North, sitting so far back, Laban, just didn't follow and didn't take the shot.
Yeah, but can you really blame him? I mean, you're playing against this ominous team who, they have a player that has 96 goals. They've been a goal-scoring team, 141 goals throughout the regular season. You can't exactly blame him. You got to play a little bit safe there. If you dive in, who knows what's going to happen. So, I mean, boss, I'm really excited to see if that stays up. If they change that, as we have North going up, barely misses the double tap to go up 1-0. But I'm excited to see how this ominous team adjusts to the last game, or how Hitotachi adjusts.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong angle. I thought that was actually going in. I was gonna be shook. North doesn't get the clear outside the post, redirecting and slotting it on the top right of their own goal away from Likewise, and that could, twos is such a high-scoring opportunity game, but every blunder does matter. Likewise wins the kickoff. Ante's there. Coop's going for the bump on North, but doesn't get the touch. instead opts for the 50. It's going to go high off the backboard, and he's able to get the touch, but can't get it past the first line of this Hitotachi team. Likewise, puts it off the corner. Coop's got an open net. If they can recover, they do. They're going to dog walk this in and get the second goal.
And that right there is exactly what I was talking about with North not diving right in on that first play, where Likewise got that bump. You know, yes, it's a goal scoring opportunity, but if you don't get the right touch, it's going to turn to a goal for the other team, which is exactly what happened right there. You see, he didn't exactly follow what he did the first time, dove in right there, and not completely his fault. You know, you got to do what you got to do, but at the same time, it's going to lead to goals every now and then. Down 1-0, going down 2-0, that's a big difference.
For sure. I mean, and you're right. It's a high risk, high reward play. You know, if you dive at it and you win the beat, you can get a goal. But if you lose, like what just happened there in twos, you don't have a third person sitting back. What a fantastic angle by North. Oh my. Like I was saying though, for sure, like you don't have a third to rotate back. So I mean, you have to be on your game. You have to be on a level. And if you miss, you give up a goal. And for sure, if they're going to need to win those high risk, high reward chances to win this series.
I mean, yeah, you see right there, North may have made that mistake, pushed in a little too far, but he's like, I don't care if I made that mistake last goal, putting us down 2-1. I'm making this back to a 1-goal game. I'm taking this on my own. I'm faking the dude, then I'm getting a nasty touch into the top left. This is my game to play. As we see him going back up, gets a touch over Coop, and just like that, he ties it up.
You know, we talked about North's blunder earlier, but this is a redemption arc if I've ever seen one in Game 2. North now 2 goals in the last 30 seconds. North is saying, hey, there's only one way to go, and it's up. North gets
literally.
the boost. Oh my, they're in a scoring opportunity again. They get the touch. Oh, wow. The pass to Likewise puts them up. 3 unanswered goals puts them in the lead.
Not just in the lead, but, you know, constantly, I'm talking about momentum, it seems, for both these teams, but yet again, it shifts like this series, through a game and a half, the momentum has gone flip-flop, flip-flop. I don't think we're going to see a single team with all the momentum in this series. I really don't, throughout an entire game. Because it just seems like it is unrelenting. Both teams are unrelenting. They want to have all the momentum. As we see Ante go for a play of his own. And who was that? North gets kind of an own goal. I have no idea. We're watching some mere gameplay.
This is as close to Tyson versus Ali as I think I've ever seen. Both teams just trading blows. And it's nuts, because normally you have a team, maybe they're more defensively prone. Both teams just seem to be absolutely insane with the mechanics and the ball control. Ante, oh my god. I thought Ante was about to put him up 4-3 with the protractor. North gets the touch, gets it over the backboard. Coop tries to get the pinch. Ante gets the clear though. North's going to be able to take control. Can't get it past Ante as he gets bumped. Likewise is going to play this a little slower. Goes up, gets the pop. Ante notices that he can't get the third touch and goes for the 50. And Laban, how important is it going to be for this Ominous team to take the dub and not go down 2 in a best-of-5 series?
It's extremely important. As we speak, I feel like we can't get a single sentence out about this series until someone scores. I mean, here we go, Hitotachi again, except it's Likewise with just a ceiling shot, just a plain old ceiling shot, able to get it past both the defenders. It seemed like they were kind of out of position to put them back up by a goal. I mean, this is crazy. And honestly, this Ominous team needs to get something figured out, because going back to what you were asking, I feel like if they lose this game, I was thinking it was going to be best-of-5 series. I mean, Game 5. I thought this series was going to end in Game 5. But at this rate, if they go down 2-0, I think this is going all Hitotachi's way in Game 3.
For sure, and it's going to be such a strong cliff to overcome. You know, you're just dealing with being down 2-0 in a best-of-5. What a flick. Ante just tying it up, not letting us finish our sentences. It's okay, Ante, we get it. You're great. But my goodness, we're 4-4. And we still have a minute and 17 left to play, Laban.
Yeah, trust me, I understand. This is absolutely unbelievable. At this point, I think they're just trying to tell us to be quiet, let them do the playing, let them tell the audience what's happening and through their gameplay, because every single time you try and say something, someone scores. Here we go, Anti with another goal. Can I please finish a sentence? Gosh,
Anti
dang.
just big body played likewise. Got it over North, splits the big body 50, and just stuffs it into the net. And that, you know, you look to your big-time players to make big-time plays in big-time games, and Anti is doing just that. They were down 1, now they're up 1, and with a minute left, there's still a lot of Rocket League action in Game 2 here, but Anti is clearly saying, hey, I don't want to go down 2-0. I want to go ahead and take a game here, tie it 1-1 in the series, and hopefully take the series as we go further on. Anti gets control, pops it up, gets the pop over 2. Oh, sorry, and I didn't mean to cut you off there, Laban. Anti was starting to cook again, and I mean he's got the oven on full blast right now.
No, see, I feel like if I would have continued my sentence, that it would turn into anti-goal anyway. Please, thank you. I can keep talking. I can keep talking. I feel like if I would have finished any of these sentences, these goals would have gone in, because honestly, it's been absolutely crazy. But now we have a pass from North to Likewise. Let's see if Likewise can do a little flash of his own. He can't. Anti's there for the stop, but North does come back in, gets the pressure, and Likewise gets a bump. Can they turn on this ball? North turns, gets possession, takes a shot, but Coop is there.
That deflection and then miss by Coop might be the clutchest defensive play we've seen all series so far. I know it's only 2 games in, but the ability to pop it to the wall and the miss, I don't know if it was intentional or if it just happened, but it definitely caught that Hitotachi team off guard and squarely gives Ominous the 1-1 series tying game. And Laban, you know, yes, Ominous won, but it's kind of the same story as the first game. This Hitotachi team's got 12 shots once again. Not 7-5, now they're 6-6, but Ominous only had 7 shots through their 5 goals.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. One, that speaks for 2 different things. You see Ominous getting those saves like we figured they were going to. They had a high save percentage, not letting them score a bunch of goals. However, at the same time, they're scoring 5 of their 7 shots. If their shooting percentage is insane is what I'm trying to get at. Whenever they are taking shots, they're scoring most of the time. Meanwhile, this Hitotachi team is mainly relying on straight forcing that ball into the net, as it seems Ominous is more of playing that defensive counter-attack play. So I'm curious to see, this is essentially the 2 giants against each other, 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. We got the forceful team and we got the countering team. It's curious. I'm very curious to see which team is going to come out in the end as the winner.
For sure. And we're going to take a little bit of a trip going underwater here to Aquadome for Game 3. Coop and North splitting the 50. Anti gets the shot on net. Oh, it bounced wide left, and Anti couldn't get there as North swats away the shot. What could have been a game-opening goal in the first 5 seconds eventually becomes a stalemate, and we're back to normal Premier action. North
honestly,
gets...
Nope. You just keep going.
I was going to say North gets the pop. Coop going to have to wait patiently. Gets control, sends it center. Anti can't get the touch, so North is going to be able to put this off the backboard. North tries to back pass to Likewise, but Anti's there for the follow. Goes for the angle, and Likewise clears it away. And Laban, what were you trying to say there before I just decided to keep going?
I'll be honest with you. I have no clue. No idea. My mind is just saying things that I'm seeing at this point, so I don't remember at all what I was trying to... Oh, never mind. Yes, I do. At this rate, I wasn't even sure if that opening goal would have mattered much, because, I mean, we've had 2 high-scoring games. Seems like 1 goal doesn't matter. It doesn't phase either team. Neither team is content with either going up 1 goal, or they're not letting going down 1 goal get them down. So, in the end, I wasn't sure entirely. Gosh dang, I wasn't entirely sure if that would have mattered much, but here we go. Now we have North trying to control that ball. Anti does get it into the corner. Now we have Likewise going off the sidewall, trying to get some possession on it. Gets it past Coop. Tries to get a second touch, unable to get one. Doesn't get the bump either. North now has to go up, hits it wide. Meanwhile, we're going to have Coop. Coop pops it. Coop follows. Goes for the fake. Unable to fake him, but Anti's there to clean it up. Hits it off backboard. Coop's there, but Likewise with the save.
That's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man likewise, coming off the backboard there. And, you know, you're entirely right. Both teams antsy with the double. Oh, my. I was going to say both teams are championship pedigree through and through. You know, normally from a championship contender, you go down by a goal, you just shrug it off, you act like you're made of Teflon, and you just move on to the next play. And both teams have done so tremendously throughout this series. North wins the 50. Coop's going to try and pass this over to Ante, who's just now getting boost. They're turning back. Gets the pop. That's going to go ceiling. Bounces down. Likewise, already pre-jumped that, though. They were ready with the read in mind. Ante can't get the touch. Does finally get it over North, which catches both North and Likewise off guard. North gets the pop. Coop a little too close, so North's going to be able to take control here. And with Coop's bump, Ante finally takes the ball. And, you know, we're seeing a little bit slower gameplay. By now, last game, Laban, we saw these two teams had, I believe, 6 goals already on the board, and we are only at 1 so far. So, do you feel like the pace of play has slowed down a fair bit?
Oh, it definitely has. You can see both teams are taking less of a risk. They're playing that more conservative role. We no longer see this Hitotachi team playing that big old, like, just force it down their throats kind of way. And you know, we're seeing the same thing from Ominous as we always has. They're playing that more counterattack play style as we have North coming off that sidewall, trying to get this in front of the net, but unable to.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That is rough.
It is. That's really a goal they need to score here, but they're going to have another opportunity. Likewise gets a pop, gets it over 1, and is able to put it in the back of the net, tying this game 1-1. So, I mean, this has been super interesting because we're seeing this Hitotachi team change up the way they're playing, but they're still being successful in it. Still doing what they have to do, getting these shots, getting these goals.
I don't... It kind of makes me nervous, right? So they were controlling... Oh my goodness. That was a goof and a half by Ominous. Just pushing up too far, and that ball popped up just enough to catch Ante off guard. But what I was going to say, Laban, is normally, you know, whatever team controls the midfield wins the game. You know, it's a massive showing of who's controlling the game, who's applying the most pressure. And the fact that Hitotachi, who has been putting, 12 shots per game, they've had to force Ominous's hand into a lot of saves. Now suddenly they're in the reverse of roles. You know, they've only got 3 shots so far. Ominous has 6. It's kind of wild that this is paying out with a change of pace. Can't even speak anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but it seems like exactly what I was talking about last game, after the game, talking about how this Ominous team is that counterattack type of play versus Hitotachi playing that more shove it down your throat kind of play, just like trying to pressure everything, get the ball into the net, forcing it into the net. Now we have Hitotachi playing that more defensive-minded, that counterattack play. 6 saves on Ominous's 7 shots, and then 2 goals on 4 of their own. I mean, it's kind of crazy to see the way both of them have changed, but it's definitely working out for this Hitotachi team, and honestly, even this Ominous team.
The beat, it's a little wide. Ante can't get the double, so Coop's going to have to clean up. And he does. We are now tied 2-2. 25 seconds left to go in Game 3 of this beautiful best-of-5 series. This has probably been as close as one could ask for a series. It's been neck and neck all the way through. I just got to shout out Quan one more time for that. I mean, the fact that he was like, hey, I got this close series, and, most times you can be like, hey, it'll probably be close on paper, but, like, this has been as close as one could ask for solid competitive matchups.
Yeah, I mean, we had the first game go into overtime off of a blunder from this Ominous team, and then we saw the second game be a 1-goal game. What was it, 5-4, I think?
Yes.
5-4, still that 1-goal game, and here we go, Game 3, we're back in overtime.
OT again. It's insane. Winning the 50, and he's going to go all the way for the corner boost. Quickly turns around. It's going to split wide. Coop's out of position, has to half flip to get out of there. The fake, likewise, flicks it a little too wide and can't get the goal. They're going to leave it for North. Ante takes possession. Goes for the air carry, gets underneath it, gets the second touch, likewise, swats it away. And we're going to stay in OT as Coop splits the 50 with North again. This is dropping center. Anti's going to put it off backboard, but North is there. What's your prediction here, Laban? Who's going to take away Game 3's win?
Honestly, right now, it's really hard to say. Both teams are playing so solid. They're both doing what they need to do. However, I might have to say Ominous here. We saw earlier, likewise, got super low on boost as North had 100. But if they can't both stay on a certain amount of boost, then this seems like it's... Yep. And there's Anti.
Wow.
Just
I was going to say it's really Ominous's hand to win. They've made a couple really clutch rotations here that have caused them to lose pace of play or a little bit of their rotational advantage. But really, Anti has control, and it just shows 9 shots in Game 3. Laban, that's what you want out of your absolute monster.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're starting to understand why on earth Anti had 96 goals coming into this game, coming into this series. I mean, this dude's a beast. There's no other way to put it. It's absolutely crazy. This dude has shown up. He scored the goals when he needed to. He playing the defense he needs to as well, and an assist. He got 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and 9 shots, really keeping up that pressure like we were talking about earlier. I mean, not only is Anti absolutely insane, but Coop is doing his job as well. 1 goal, 2 saves. They definitely seem to have a very good connection with the way they need to play. Both filling the roles that they need to, allowing themselves to win games like this, going down 2-1 with about a minute left, coming in to score the game tying, and then scoring the game winner in overtime.
For sure. And like I've said once before, big time players make big time plays, and Anti is coming through constantly. I mean, if you were to put a bet on either team, if we were actually running some RSC gambling here, I don't think I could put any points against Anti at this point. Kickoff in favor of sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say kickoff going in favor of Himothy himself. Coop's going to be able to get boost and take control of the ball here, but likewise is applying pressure. Might be circa Game 1. Hitotachi back in effect as they're applying... Nope, never mind. They're going to let this just roll deep into center no-man territory. North has to get the clear. Needs to follow for the second touch, and does. Opts to take control and pops it over Anti. That's a shot on net. Coop swats it away, and with 30 seconds already in the books, Laban... I thought for a second there we were going to see a very aggressive Hitotachi team coming out the gate, but we're seeing more of last game where they're playing a little further back.
Yeah, we certainly are, and at this point, I don't think it's a playstyle choice, unlike I thought last game. Coming out Game 1, acting nice and hot, coming in, bunch of pressure. However, it seemed like they were honestly scared of the aerial play by either Anti or Coop in that attempt that they had. Just making them play kind of on their heels almost, just scared, not super eager to push up for things. Meanwhile, we do have likewise getting a nice flick over one, but there's Coop controlling that midfield like this Ominous team has figured out that that's what they need to do against this team.
You know what would be wild if Anti wins with this Ominous team?
What?
Great double touch off the backboard by likewise. Anti won last season for 2's Prem. This could be a back-to-back season, which is, that's wild at the top of the tier. You know what I'm saying? Like that is insane to ask out of anybody. We've got a little bit of a Goliath situation here, but it definitely seems like Hitotachi's holding themselves pretty well.
I don't know. I find something even more crazy, which is the fact that Anti was a FA earlier in the season. Apparently, I never would have guessed personally, but
Anti was an
according to Vigil just asked
some disrespect
how he
on
was.
the champ.
Now, to be fair, it seems like it was due to MMR reasons, which you can't really complain about. But either way, that's absolutely crazy.
North puts it into the corner here. They're going to take control, popping it over one. Coop needs to get a touch here and does. Takes it into the corner. Gets underneath, flicks it past one. Tries to flick it past two, but can't. So Anti's going to take control. The lob touch pushes it a little further away than they can follow. Backflip sends it back into their possession, but likewise is going to press this forward. Coop drops it down to Anti. I don't know if actually that was a drop. Both players just kind of sat there and watched the ball for a second, looking at each other going hot potato, trying to decide who's going to attack. And that's not good.
I know, but I can't not laugh when you say playing hot potato between the two of them. But now we are going to have
you go.
going on no, you go. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what we've been doing every now and then, you know, a little bit of cutoff here and there, playing a little bit of hot potato with the mic. Oh, man.
Look, every now and then there can be a good miscommunication moment, but that was about as rough as one could see. Anti gets under one, splits the break, leaves it for Coop, and Coop cleans up once again. A story as old as time itself. I mean, that is just beautiful. And Anti went for the bump, too, trying to clear open the goal. Fantastic play.
Yeah, you know, they were playing hot potato, but they split that potato, figured out their differences, and was able to get that goal right there, both playing their job, and Coop just there to clean up that goal after Anti cleared it for him. Oh my gosh, but this Hitotachi team is unrelenting still. I mean, even down, well, never mind, they're not down. I forgot that this game was tied, to be honest. 1-1. Anti gets a nice pop. North does get a clear off the backboard. Able to follow behind. Gets a solid 50 out to Likewise. Let's see what Likewise can do here. Gets a pop. Does land right on Coop. Coop now has possession, trying to stay on, but does get bumped by Likewise. North going for a shot, but a save by Anti allows them to have this counterattack opportunity. But Likewise, yet again, is just holding steadfast, not letting them do what they need to do to score. And North, just what a 50. Able to get that right up against that right post. Bounce right in, putting them up 2-1.
And I'm kind of surprised that 50 split that way. Coop dodging the demo there almost got. I thought they actually got far enough into the contact that they were going to be able to shove this into the corner. But, you know, that's just the way Rocket League works. Anybody at any given moment can get the break. Anti can't put enough mustard on it to put it into the goal. And Likewise is going to be able to keep this team up 2-1. North takes control. Anti's off the backboard. Anti's there again, but the 50-50 split goes in favor of Hitotachi. Coop putting it into the corner for their teammate. That's actually going to roll into an awkward spot. Both are near post, rotating backwards, so neither can truly commit to the defense here. Anti's going to have to try and pop this up to Coop and force North's hand. North decides to back out of the situation, so Coop's going to get underneath. Likewise, read it all the way. Did not let that book flip it to a new page and said, hey, I know how to read this one real easy.
Did we just see an own save there? Is that what I just saw? Or am I going crazy?
I think we did. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's kind of wild. But it doesn't look like it's going to affect the outcome of the game here. With 1 second left, Anti's up with the last shot opportunity, but North, last man back, had that read real well.
What a save from Likewise to shut that game out. Oh my gosh. Anti had the angle. They had the pass. It was, what a save by Likewise to shut that down.
It's going to be a game 5 here in this opening series. You know, we talked about with the way game 1 and game 2 were playing out that it might have been a quick series, but hey, game 5, it's here. And I promise you, as much as I would love our producer to really give us pillars, I don't think it's actually going to happen.
Oh, come on, man. I was excited for some pillars playoff. Oh man, I'm a little disappointed now. I was not sure how I would cast that, but I'm a little sad now. Oh man. Either way, I think
this has to be Champions Field. I mean, you're going into game 5 with two teams that have been slugging it, going back and forth. It has to be Champions Field for sure.
Yeah, it definitely does, but I think Vigil just brought out a little incentive for both teams. I'm not sure if you saw that, but
I did
did just
not.
say Taco Bell for the winner of this game. So I mean,
Wow.
hey Vigil, you better pay up to the winner of this game. You better not just let that offer
Vigil's
go
not
away.
buying me Taco Bell. What is going on here?
Yeah, come on, man. We're filling in for you. Not filling in.
Oh, I
But come
volunteered.
on.
Don't even. I
I mean, I
volunteered, but I
did
didn't
too.
know there was Taco Bell being
If
thrown around.
I would have
Gonna
known, I
get a
would have volunteered even faster.
Gonna get a break here. The double 50 on the kickoff stops the ball entirely. You don't get to see it that often, but these teams are so neck and neck that they are just canceling each other out. As I say that, Coop with the chip shot follows it up. Doesn't even need to touch it again though, as just there's no way to clear this. It's just the perfect chip so high next to the crossbar. Fantastic play. And Coop, we've been talking about how great Anti's been all game, all series, but Coop gets the opening goal here in game 5 and takes the lead for this ominous team.
Yeah, he certainly did. But I mean, we can't take away anything Coop's done this series. I mean, without Coop, I don't think this series goes the same way. I'm not sure how good their third is, but Coop and Ante have been playing the perfect duo. As we have likewise coming in, cleaning up that 50 that North got. Just slots it, hits it off the left post, but it does go in. So, we're back tied 1-1. I mean, this series has been absolutely crazy. I don't know any other way to put it.
I don't know if Series 2 is going to be able to match up as close as this has been. Coop's going to be able to potentially get a kickoff goal again. No, North this time rotates back perfectly and gets ready for the contact. Is able to carry this all the way down the pitch and put this squarely into the back third of this ominous team. North plays it cautious, gets the break, takes control, quickly flicks it into the left-hand side of the net, and I mean, that is well played all the way through by North.
Extremely well played. I mean, we're starting to see that Hitotachi team from game 1 that I thought was going to end up winning this entire thing. So, I mean, I'm really happy to see that. We're starting to see them get much more aggressive now after that last win. So, honestly, they have a chance to run away with this game, in my opinion. I don't know if this ominous team is gonna let them. I doubt they will, but one more goal and I think this could be over. Not saying that means much, but what a 50. Not a 50.
I did not think North was going to be able to not only split that 50, but then recover so quickly to keep Coop from cleaning up once again. But they did. The reaction time to get back down to the ground and immediately go for the second touch was just amazing. As I'm saying that, Ante, on the way down, finishes off their first pass to themselves and gets the goal to tie this series, or to tie this game 2-2 in series, or game 5 of the series.
Ante saw what North did, getting the 50, turning it into a nice little ground pinch. But he said, I saw what you did, but I'm gonna one-up you and actually put it on your net, tying this game up.
North has the shot opportunity, can't get the flip reset, so Coop's going to take control of this. Might be able to swing this high off backboard, tries to, but likewise read the play all the way through. Ante gets the first touch, gets bumped by North, so likewise is in a good one-on-one situation. Looking for the pass center, North gets the touch, but Ante is right where the shot is taken. So this opportunity is immediately cut out by the Ops.
Absolutely cut out, but then we did see that back pass from North, but still, this ominous team is just staying steadfast in their defense as we see a little bit of a double commit team bump there. And now we are going to see this Hitotachi team going at it once again, getting all this pressure. Likewise, it's going to stay on this ball off the sidewall, trying to get it mid-4. North does. North goes up, hits it just wide though. But we do still have likewise in center. Ante unable to get it past him, but still is able to get a ball towards mid for Coop. Let's see what Coop will be able to do here. Just goes for the shot. What a fake challenge from North there.
Well, and Coop played that so well. By sitting so far back and accumulating some pads and then the 100, they really prepped for the counterattack. They weren't content with just letting the play develop. They were ready to react so quickly to the competition. And it's exactly what you want out of a great twos teammate. Coop taking the push. 90 boost in the tank. Can't get it past Likewise. Likewise is able to clear this all the way across the field. Oh, we have a chance. Anti's up, gets the second, going for the bump, does! What another great big body play as Anti says this is a no-fly zone and swats north straight south.
No, you certainly did, but I want to bring us back to game one for a moment. You literally said in game one that a goal exactly like that could have been the tide turner for this entire series, and here we go, game 5. Anti doing it again to put them up by a goal with a minute 30 left. I mean, it truly was the tide turner, it seems, both that first one and this one, as we have Coop able to go for a shot, but Likewise does get back in time.
It's so disrespectful. It's one thing when you beat somebody mechanically. The other team just has to go, wow, that was an incredible flip reset, great air control. I can't believe they were able to do that. But when you get bumped on the goal line in such an incredible play, it hurts. It's just something else. Oh, that could be the dagger. Ansi with the 45 flick perfectly slots this.
Yeah, I mean, we can't speak anymore on Anti. I mean, first off, every single time we try and say a sentence, it seems like Anti's scoring, shutting us up. But not only that, but the way he has kept himself composed on this field, whether it's down a goal, up a goal, is absolutely crazy. Unrelenting against this Hitotachi team.
And we talked about unrelenting opportunities. Hitotachi could have taken the shot there, and instead, without being able to put it inside the goal, Anti's going to get a musty flick right into an open net as North had to dodge Coop. I mean, this is it. What looked like a close series is now a 3-goal deficit in game 5, and Anti is popping off in Prem. It's insane. Coop.
And there's
Coop
again.
It's over. It's over. Call it now. 4 goals up. Call it now. Ominous. Gonna walk away from this series.
I mean, I don't even think there's a way to cast a curse this one. I've seen close, but 45 seconds up by 4, and
if they
all the momentum going their way.
But I'm saying it now. If Hitotachi even forces an OT with a 4-goal deficit right now, I will eat half of my ball cap. I will steam it and eat it live on stream.
Of your what?
My ball cap. My hat.
Please, 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 please.
It's just not
Hitotachi,
likely. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, and honestly, I'm right there with you. I mean, we got 20 seconds left, down by 4 still, and Anti is still just in their face, not letting them do anything. And Coop is there to score.
There will be no hat eating for RSC. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh. And with 13 seconds left, this Hitotachi team is going to call mercy and wave off the game. So looks like with only 10 seconds left, they're just going to let this kind of play out. Move on. Likewise has control. Anti says, no, you're not getting a free garbage time goal. Vigil and Nebulate summing in. It's a 3v2. Oh, it took both of them, though, to stop that incredible shot by Coop. Insane.
After all of that, just seeing them mess around a little bit in the last 10 seconds, it's always good to see. I mean, we saw Likewise Nebulate, and we got a rare Vigil sighting in there as well. I mean, either way.
I'm just absolutely shook that Coop, 605 points, looks absolutely minuscule next to Anti's 1,041. I mean, if they're we already said it multiple times, big time players make big time plays, and Anti made so many big time plays this game. That 45 flick was probably the cleanest thing I've seen all series.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll agree with that. That double tap in game number 3 overtime, my opinion, was absolutely crazy from Anti. That angle that he had, but overall, still great goals for both of them. I mean, that series was crazy. There's no other way to put it. All 4 of them close games until that final one.
For sure, for sure. And while we wait to see what Series 2 is going to look like, as we are waiting to see what the results are going to be. Actually, no. Producers already beat me to it. It's going to be Nobushi versus Seabiscuits. It's some amateur action. Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'm so hyped.
I think everyone knows that amateur's the best tier. Just
Top
hands
tier.
down, the best tier.
Big shout out obviously to Ante and Coop playing an immaculate series. And even though they lost game one, they never lost sight on the championship. And Ante's going to potentially be able to take back-to-back series, back-to-back chips, I should say, in RSC 2's action. Laban, how far do you think that team can realistically make it?
After watching that series, it's hard to say. I don't know much about any of the other Prem teams, but after watching that series, I don't think I can choose anyone to beat that team. I mean, Hitotachi gave them an extremely good running for their money, but the way they were able to bounce back time after time and then able to absolutely dominate in the match point, I don't think I can take anyone against them.
For sure, for sure. And I'm not going to lie. For anybody who's been tuning in, you can get in on the action. If you want to be a part of this next season and you are not already a part of the RSC League, you can jump into the discord.gg/RSC. That is for our threes league. I do believe our Nightbot has the twos league listed in there as well. I could be wrong, but it is an incredible draft-based league, or I should say leagues for both twos and threes. If you want to come out, compete, potentially play on stream, for your buddies, really show your skills, go ahead and get signed up. We're going to be having signups for twos fairly shortly as we are kind of getting through playoffs here.